Hello everyone, this is Z Draws and Creates, and today I am doing something a little different. Since I plan to make my own doll stop motion series, I figured I'd make some videos of some of the stuff that will appear. This first one is a bit of a passion project. I am a fan of the show The Owl House. I love it. From the characters to the locations, the story, it is amazing. And I am sad that the show is reaching its finale. So I figured instead of being sad that the series is being cut short and ending too soon, I decided to make an Owl House inspired doll room to express my love for the show. For this project, I used 22 by 28 inch poster board, scissors, colored construction paper, scrapbook paper or printed cardstock, a glue stick, craft glue, tape, washable markers, plastic from packaging, paper, colored pencils, stickers, an X-Acto knife, and a cutting mat. Warning, this craft uses sharp objects. Make sure you have adult supervision while crafting. First, we take our 22 by 28 inch poster board and we fold it in half like a card. Then we fold it in half again in the other direction. After we open it back up, make sure the 22 inch sides are on the top and bottom. Once you do, cut one of the folded 22 inch sides to the center of the poster board. That way when you open it up, you get a little corner room. Okay, so for this craft, I wanted to have both an indoors and an outdoors, so I made another poster board corner room and then I glued one of the walls to the other poster board walls with a glue stick. After that, I cut off the extra poster board at the bottom that makes up the floors of the rooms. Now it's time for the scrapbook paper or printed cardstock. For this one, I'm using the textured surfaces printed cardstock. I like this wood grain and this concrete print to use as the walls and floor respectively. I use blue construction paper to make a baseboard on the walls. I take scraps of the wood grain paper to make a 2D shelf and a support beam for the room. Now to fill the shelf, I drew a few objects that have appeared in the show and took some jump stickers to add some books and a little bit of shelf clutter. Now the shelf is filled with fun references to the show. As for the construction paper test, I did not record any footage on how I made this because I wasn't sure how this would turn out. I actually learned how to make this from one of MyFroggyStuff videos, so I'll leave a link in the description. For the other room, I'm doing the outside of the building, so I take some more scrapbook paper to make the outside wall of the building. I use some washable markers and I just make some small marks to make some texture to make the grass and sand for the boiling aisles. I use markers on white paper to try to make the sky. I arranged some of the red trees in some bones I drew before I glue it to the wall with the sky. Then I glue on the rocky textured cardstock to make a natural scene inspired from the Owl House. Here's something else I learned from MyFroggyStuff. I want to make a stained glass window, so I planned out where I wanted. Then I take a circular object and I set it down on one of the walls and then I traced it. Then I set it on my cutting mat and cut out the circle with an X-Acto knife. I take the circle cutout and lay it on recycled plastic for doll packaging and use a washable marker to trace a circle that's slightly larger than the one we made. After I cut it out, I take my design cutout and place it under the plastic circle. I take a black permanent marker and trace the lines onto the plastic. After doing this, I fill in the spaces with washable markers and Elmer's glue and I mix those individual spaces with a paintbrush. Then I set it aside and let it dry. Now that it has dried, I can glue it into place. Okay, so after I glued it into place, I realized I had skipped a step. But I don't want to remove it and mess up all that work, so let's continue, shall we? I take some black construction paper and trace two circles, one smaller where the window is, and one outside of that slightly bigger. I put the paper onto the cutting mat and I use my X-Acto knife to cut out the circle. Then carefully use the one I cut out to make another circle. Once they have been cut out, I glued these to the wall where the window is on both sides. Little side note, I wasn't happy with how the orange looks, so I removed that and replaced it with red construction paper with a different pattern off screen. And with that, it is finished. Honestly, I really love the way this turned out. This might be one of my favorite crafts so far. I look at this and I think of the owl house. My favorite part about this craft is definitely the window. I also love the shelf I made that is filled with objects from the show. A nice little shelf of references. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like. If you're not subscribed already, click on the subscribe button so you can be notified when my next video comes out. If you want me to make more videos like this, be sure to leave a comment down below. Until then, this is Z Draws and Creates, signing out.